How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today, and apologies for not being able to make content this week, but it's a little bit late to the news. But Underworld Breach is officially banned in Modern, so we're just gonna run back some more Dino time where we left off, before the Breach banned. I felt like in the pre-boards, like we weren't really like there was like concessions that we can make to try to attack breach with like Dothy Voidwalkers in the main, maybe some like more like instant speed graveyard hate. Um, but I feel like the Dino Time shell that we played, just not necessarily it was a little bit naked to it, but like we weren't like warping our deck to beat it. So I feel like this main deck here is, I think, still fine, at least for now, in terms of just throwing it into the metagame of, possibly Eldrazi. I think that this Overlord shell is a bit weak to Boros. I think something like Boros, you kind of want specifically Tarmogoyf as like a 2 minute big beater that just stabilizes the ground, versus like something like Emperor of the Bones just doesn't really do a good of a job as much. Um, so other than that, I feel like maybe this is something that we just kind of throw out the wall and see what sticks. There's also like a straight up Golgari Saga version that has Tarmogoyf again, but it also has stuff like Dothy Voidwalker in the main, as well as more discard. And I think that type of shell may be a little bit better against an Eldrazi meta, depending on how that metagame shapes up. But for now, I'm just gonna just jam this for now. I feel like we're kind of in like a lame duck format anyway, just because a new set's coming out in like a couple weeks. So since I just haven't played Modern in a while with the bannings, I just kind of want to just throw, like I said, like this at the wall and just kind of go from there. I didn't really change much of the list at all. I cut the Soulless Jailers in the sideboard for more instant speed yard hate, so that's no spell bomb. I don't even know if we really need to collect roofs anymore. The culling rituals are specifically for Boros, so um, this could all change. And I think it's just a matter of just being on your toes, since the metagame isn't really settled yet. But for now, we're just gonna have some fun, jam some more Dino time, so we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Kira. Huh. Man, my computer is struggling today. I don't know why. It's like not responding at all. A one lander is probably a mulligan, even though we have like turn one Nether Go, turn two Overlord. But since we can't play the Nether Go on the play anyway. I think I bought him a land. Flooded Strand. See if this Netherglyph gets countered. Does not. Kahira is an interesting. So just like straight up control, possibly. They top, which is not a good sign for us. Is this like counter spell mana now? I'll probably just throw my Hex Mage out there. Could also just be like something like Miracles. Okay. I'll play the Peatland, and I will, like I said, jam this out, see if it's a counter spell, and if it does, then I can get in there with another Goyf for 2. Looks like it. Yeah. Get in there, another Goyf. It's a Teferi? Yeah, sure. I'm debating if I should Invasion for 1 here. No, I'm just gonna play my another guy. Do I want an Emperor Bones? I think so. Because I could always, if I can't attack this Teferi down, I could always just like Emperor Bones the Vampire Hex Mage. So tapped. Okay. So I will attempt to attack this Teferi down. I might just play this Bogart Trawler out. This is a prismatic ending. That is fine. That is fine. I guess I'll scry or surveil first. That can go in the graveyard. Let's play this Court Trawler out. Perfectly has 3 power now, so I can attack the Teferi down. If they want to spin a rule spell the Trawler, it's like whatever to me. Yep. Lower and revealed. Okay. They did not make a land jump, I don't think. It's turn 5. Gamecos Archive. Okay. Is this Teferi gonna be long for this world? Put in the graveyard. Okay. That was pretty bad. Not a good draw at all. Attack Teferi. Teferi down. Bogart Trawler coming in clutch, I guess. I will try to resolve a DinoTime. Force negation, okay. I don't know if I leave this Verdant Catacombs untapped or not. I have a feeling this push is going to be answering that Hall of the Storm Giants soon. Probably crack this right now. I don't think I'm going to be playing this Emperor Bones right now anyway. So I'll just attack. Crack this. More lands is not ideal. I think this is where the wheels are falling off. We have too many dead cards, it looks like. Solitude is unfortunate. I'll start gaining life. Really need like an Overlord. Just to like accumulate card advantage. Sideboard wise. Brought the pushes. Okay. I'll concede to Teferi. I guess I could have Empered and got the Hex Mage back. Maybe that was an early concession. It's on me, but I think it's fine. Push. I should have tried to get the Emperor in play, but it's fine. Do I want like Torp Orb just for Solitude? It's kind of loose. It's like I already have so many removal spells too. Torp Orb's technically kind of nombos if I have a hard cast an Overlord, which is kind of funny. But I think that stopping them from casting Solitude on my Overlord, I think is worth at least like 2 copies of Torp Orb. Don't really see much of the list. I'm assuming it's like an energy type list. Maybe just board in a couple spell bomb. Call it a day. This hand's kind of bad. Maybe I should have mulliganed this hand. It's like contingent on Solitude. Maybe I surveil land. Yeah, I just feel like maybe I should cut the removal, but if they want to 2-for-1 themselves, forcing like a Torp Orb, I think that's fine too for me. The graveyard. Like I'm not really well equipped for this control matchup, I don't think. Like so if they want to force this, it's fine. Hand's just like really bad. I should have mulliganed this hand. Well, like I said, I don't think I'm equipped to. This is me just not adapting the sideboard at all. Like if control is back, I should obviously add more control things. Another life is a good draw. For now. 3-4. Spell snare. I think I'll take that to Teferi. Could also take their pending. I'll take their pending, actually. Just so they don't have any way to deal with my Nethergorth permanently. land that we knew about. They passed the turn. Huh. An Overlord would be very clutch here. Just because we can resolve it through a spell snare. Like a Rumble would just get spell snared here. So let's get a Surveil land. We don't need more than one. So that's a pretty clutch Surveil there. That's unfortunate. So I'll troll. Just to get the extra point of damage in. And I'll play the Troller. Just so, like, if they Teferi, we can attack and go wide. Those Rumble's gonna get snared, unfortunately. So we gotta hope that they tap out and don't hold up spell snare. We are attacking for half their life, though, which is... because that's the land that we did not know about. So they have Curious still in Companion Zone, so that's one card unknown. And they didn't really interact with the board last turn, so I think this is the land that they drew. And they're just still playing Drago. Okay. Another Goyf. Okay. Arm Shant is the last card that we knew about. So we will just pass the turn again. This makes me think that maybe they're on like an Isochron Scepter list, maybe? Or maybe not. This could also just be carryover from Breach too, right? Island. So we know the whole hand. Solitude, Snare, Teferi, Narset. I'm presuming they're gonna... oh, I was gonna say they're gonna Teferi, but they're going to Narset. If they just go for a Solitude pitch Teferi and try to block, never mind. They found the prismatic ending. So presumably they're going to prismatic ending into the Goyf, which is fine because we have a backup copy. Yep. They pour another Goyf. So we will attack this Narset down. Another land is unfortunate. Attack Narset down. Play a land, play another Goyf, pass a turn. Another one. So this Torpor Orb is turn out to be pretty solid because of their Solitude. This hand actually shaped out to be... like, drawing Runner, another Goyf ended up being pretty decent. Just need, like, another threat, I guess, to validate our hand. Even though I do think that it was probably better to mold in it, but... okay. Okay. So that turns on Solitude. Land that we did not know about. Well, I'm gonna send both at Teferi. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize, you say? So counterspell is your last card. So they're into snare, solitude, unknown. So they can't protect their Teferi. So let me rumble first. They're gonna snare, and then I could play Torp Orb, and then it's funny because I actually want the Torp Orb to resolve, which is hilarious. So I'll do this first, because if they just let this resolve, then my Netherlift becomes bigger, because they obviously are prioritizing the Torp Orb. So they are. So they're actually like worried about my Torp Orb, which is funny. Unfortunately, my Goif did not get any bigger. So do I want them to throat? I think I'm just gonna run my spell snare out there. Sorry, run my torpor out to the spell snare, because I want to be able to resolve my go for the throat. So it's fine. And then this should be lethal. If they hard cast the solitude, I can just go for the throat it. Excellent. Because I don't think I have an instant in the graveyard. Perfect. Excellent. This go for the throat actually was relevant this game. Attack. How's it going, Hoist? This is the new meta, apparently. Apparently. I'll slit your throat. Red Wedding style. Red Wedding style. Okay. Now we saw more of their deck, but it's anything too crazy. Narset, Teferi, Orim's Chant was what extra cards that we saw. Prismatic Ending. Nothing really crazy. That's like, oh, I want to add like a Haywire Might or anything. I think Spellbomb really doesn't do anything. Like, stopping their Solitude is like so clutch. Like, do I want 3 Torpors? I feel like that's too many. But like with them not having access to Torpor or to Solitude is just like so backbreaking for them. Easy win. Easy. So I think the real debate is just like going between Spellbomb and Torpor Orb. Hell, even like Dismember. Maybe just cut a Dismember for the 3rd orb. It's like they're not running any creatures. And doesn't even kill Hall. At least go for the throat kills Hall. And then we still have 3 answers for Solitude. I think that's fine. Like, answers isn't like just sort of like a removal spell straight up. Torp Orb again. His hand is like the exact same as last time, which is hilarious. hand's like not good though. His hand is a lot better. A lot better. Do I want to keep Dismember or Spell Bomb? That's the real question. Shock. Says Attune the Aether, probably. Drew Splinter Twin. Leyline Binding does cost 3. If I knew they had Leyline Binding, I would have definitely boarded in Haywire Might. So without Haywire Might, what was my list again? I do not know my list. The only way we can destroy Leyline Binding is through Beseiju. Inevitably, both of them will cost 2, because they can just lower and revealed for the Triome. I could take the Lore and Reveal in theory, but I don't think that's good either. So I think I take their Binding because it's the card that is the most flexible, quote unquote. Purge does exile most of our things, but like if I have like a DinoTime, like the Purge doesn't answer that, right? So I actually want Torpor up here. They don't have Solitude. I could use the other land, to be honest. I would have liked the other Thoughtseize, but it is what it is. If Torpor stopped Leyline Binding, that would have been nice. Is binding F6 to left and right mouse normally a good idea? I don't really ever use F6. And I don't really use hotkeys, so I don't think I'm the right person to answer. I'm kind of a boomer in that situation. The land. So I don't know the right answer to the hoist. It's one of those situations where like F6 has burned me so many times that like I don't want to hotkey in F6 because I don't want to get in the habit of doing it, if that makes sense. Okay. I was gonna end step troll, but I don't think I will anymore. Rather now I can just go Hex Mage it. I'm gonna delete the Kira. I get Hex Mage, and then Overlord bring back Hex Mage, worst case scenario. Lowering Revealed. They have 2 Lowering Revealed in their hand. So I will go to Swamp. Hex Mage. Destroy you. Do this. Unpenned. Get Hex Mage. And that's where, if I draw an invasion now, like the Celestial Purge is quote unquote dead compared to a Leyline Binding, which is why I took it. This Dismember is like rotting in my hand. But to answer your answer, Hoist, I'm not in a good way. I don't know, to be honest, because I don't like using F6, because like the number of times I've gotten burned just F6ing is just not, it's just way too many times. Okay, so they're gonna hold up Purge. So I'm just gonna run out my Hex Mage here. Spell Bomb. See if this hits a counter spell, which I doubt. And I can just unstep Troll like I mentioned. Are they thinking about purging my Overlord now? I like double check instant interaction. They're just like, I'm not gonna mess around. They're just gonna purge my Overlord. I wish I had a better follow-up than just a... Oh, they have counterspell. Well, still, that still applies. I wish I had a better follow-up then. The Spell Bomb. So we know the whole hand. No, they don't. We don't. This made archive they got. So we don't know one card. This Dismember is not answering Hall. May be relevant here. I will cycle this Spell Bomb though. Oh, they're gonna draw 3. Or they're not gonna draw 3. Was it Teferi? Oh, they are gonna draw 3. Okay. Another Overlord would be very good here, because that means I can... God, I'm drawing these dead cards that are just not good. Like drawing Throat and Dismember. We're just drawing too many blanks. And that's where we're just not... like, I'm not prepped for control. I think in the long term this will be good. But like, man, this is not good. Let's like, our first round will be an L. Okay. That's fine. Maybe I have too much removal in this list. Maybe go for the throat and dismember is too much. Maybe I like you do want like some number of inquisitions. Maybe I need to swap like one throat, one dismember, depending on how much Kachamos is in the meta. Like go for throat is strictly better against, you know, Eldrazi, and then dismember is strictly better for Kachamos. So maybe I split the difference and just run Inquisition of Coastal Look. They're gonna bounce my Torp Orb, it's fine. If we could get like a spell, that'd be nice. It's not a spell per se, but it is a redraw. Emperor Bones. I'm assuming this is a counter spell, so then I can set up next turn for Thoughtseize Emperor plus activate Emperor. Okay, no Solitude is big game. I have Troll. This Hall getting in there is potentially very annoying. They are actually getting in there. Nice. Well, I just got to hold up this go for the throne. Hope they just take that line. That is the hope. That they just go for it. Okay. Our prayers answered. Oh, they have to ferry. I am so dumb. I'm so dumb. GG. Yes, I would like to go first. Okay, well, if we're against any sort of creature-based deck, maybe not any sort of creature-based deck. We need to make sure that we can tag a Scion with this Thoughtseize, which we do not. I think I'll take out the Tribal Flames. No Scion. The whole game, please. I'll take out the Tribal Flames just because I think that's the card that really punishes us in the late game. And we really Thoughtseize the Arena later. So they could get in there with this Territorial Kavu. Oh, it can't. They exert. Take that little binding. So their hand is Leyline, Arena, Territorial, Kavu. So we got our wish about our removal spell being very alive. We got very fortunate there. Yep. That'll be a good follow-up later. I guess I played into a Stubborn Denial. That would have been that would have been potentially very bad. I should have main phased it. I'll top another guy. And another go. Another go was on top. Interesting. They topped, which is scary. So the hand is Leyline to Unknown. I'm assuming it's a Scion. Oh, man. It has Hexproof. Takarus down. Well, we're not winning this race. We need to dodge a Scion, and we never dodged it. we did not dodge the Scion. We did not dodge the Scion. Oh, for the love of Jesus. I guess I want to do this now. Just to use up all my mana and then not just die to a Tribal Flames. Go up to 11. We need to draw a Boseiju. Natural Boseiju. How's it going, Flavor Vlad? The uphill battle, yeah. Go to 7. We need them to not play this Leyline. Oh. Oh, you don't say. So you're saying there is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. They have a stub, I'm gonna cry, but I mean, there's nothing we can't do. I guess I'll take their Scion. I'm gonna leave this insect back because they have an Arena of Glory. And they could have Ragavan. Oh no! Oh no! No! Please! No! Please! No! No! Okay. Okay. Fatal push. My goal will be a 3/4. Creature, sorcery, instant, land. I need to exile the Grist anyway, so creature, planeswalker, land, instant. And what is the last card? It is Exerted. Okay. That one of Beseiju, baby. That one of Beseiju. Let's go. Oh man. Love me some Beseiju. Haywire Mites. Don't really know what to cut, to be honest. Think I want everything. Emperor's good against Fleech. I want the Thought Seizes. I want the Goys. I want everything. Maybe I could cut a Grist. I don't think this matchup's about Grist, really. Maybe trim a troll. I just lost 2 blight control. You can look at the sideboard. I don't really have much for that matchup. Like, I was boarding like Spellbomb just because it's like my 59th and 60th best card, quote unquote. I was naked to a turn 1 Ragavan, but looks like they don't have it. Play into the Goyf. So no Leyline is pretty clutch, but if they do have a Scion, I might go for the throat. It looks very foolish in my hand. That's what it looks like it's going to be. It could also just be a territorial Kavu. If it's territorial Kavu, that'd be really good for me. It looks like it is a territorial Kavu. They don't have blue mana. Ragavan. Okay. Interesting. I think I'll play a Hex Mage. Just kind of fortify the battlefield. I don't want to spend this go for on a Ragavan if I don't need to. So I'll just play this Hex Mage and then just like not attack. They want to spend like 2 rule spells on my creatures and then attack. That's fine, I guess. They have blue mana. Is this Flage? This could be a Flage. Which is fine because I can just Emperor Bones. Leyline Binding. I think I want the Hex Mage in my graveyard just to get it with my Overlord. Psychic Frog. Okay. Emperor Bones again. I think I'm gonna play around Stubborn Denial this game. That is fine. I could get a Haywire Mite. I could also just get Vampire Hex Mage and get DinoTime going. Especially with double Emperor Bones back up. Tarmogoyf. No Tarmogoyfs in this this list, unfortunately. Fatal Push. I think I'll top it. So I will get a Hex Mage. Search the library. Get a hex mage. And then I will attack. So we have lethal next turn. Another Psychic Frog. Okay. They played Leyline last turn and then Psychic Frog this turn. So it's like they must have at least one Leyline binding. Is my read here. Attack. Maybe I should have played Emperor of Bones first, I guess. Actually kind of a punt. No binding. So they can exile the cards in the graveyard. They could jump. Oh, push it. Let's go. We'll keep this hand. We have another one. Okay. More ley line. Double ley lines. They top, which is scary. Oh, I have double Thoughtseize. Hopefully it's good. We take their Scion. Wonderful. They... Huh. Because of the Bloodstained Mire, I am going to just slam an Overlord, I think. Doesn't get stubbed. Hopefully a Hex Mage. No Hex Mage. No dice. So, kind of like the last game, we just need to dodge a Scion here. They topped again. What are they topping? They topped 2 cards. Oh. So I need to get DinoTime here. DinoTime is the way. Okay, got our green source. Beautiful. They have 1 unknown card. I'll probably Thoughtseize and then Invasion. Just to make sure my invasion is clear. Perfect. Okay. So we're at a pretty healthy 6 life. Healthy 6 life. So I'm gonna cycle a Triome. Okay. So we need to dodge Leyline Binding. Psychic Frog. Okay. Okay. Looks like they don't have red. So we'll. Oh, that's hexproof. I'm sorry. Counterspell. Okay. So a bunch of flyers. I have 5 card types. Trying to figure out what invasion for another go, or it's better just an invasion next turn. I think it's better just an invasion next turn. Passing the turn. Behind is Island Unknown. I don't have any basics left, so I don't want to go down to any much more lower life than this. Okay. I think I just get an Emperor. I can also just get a backup Hex Mage too to block. One, two, five. They're not pushing my invasion. That is interesting. So they had lethal and they just miss it. How's it going, Poche-san? So they're not realizing that they can push this invasion. Which is good for me. Which is good for me. Continue to not attack. Rumble. Do I want to bring back another voice right now? I think the answer is no. Let's go Hex Mage and then double Nethergoyf next turn, probably. Five, discard. This has first strike. I can't attack. This is like a weird holding pattern. I don't know, Danny. I don't know, to be honest. Well, the thing is, like, I have an onboard way to block one creature, but not both. So yeah, I don't know. I'm in this awkward holding pattern until I draw a natural Boseiju, basically. Or enough power to just DinoTime and attack through everything. Which is kind of like my secondary plan right now. This number doesn't do anything. So, do I have enough? I only have one instant. Two instants, so land, sorcery, instant, creature. So I can, how many instants do I have? Only one push. So I can cast another Nethergoyf. Yes, I can sacrifice Vampire Exterminates to flip this. So that's kind of the deterrent to not attack. Although they do get the opportunity to discard all their cards, and then I guess they can just, I can block the Psychopog and the Scion. It's just, I go to 1. I basically need to draw another Boseiju. Or Overlord the board. 4, 8, 12 plus 8 is 20, but then they gain 5 life. No, but they have first strike though, so they can double block something. And at the point where now they can double block my invasion now. It's a really awkward game. I think I'll pass the turn. I can't target anything. They really don't like my Emperor Bones. They've dealt with all three of my Emperor Bones. Like, they don't want to win the game. They just want to make sure they don't lose to Emperor Bones. Alright, are they going in now? Now is their opportunity to get in there, apparently. Do they have 2 counter spells? Okay. They have enough cards to discard to Psychic Frog to kill me, so I have to block this. They do have the push. Interesting. Oh, it has trample too. What am I missing? It has trample too. Okay, cool. Good to know. That was a funny game. I should have lost like 5 turns ago. I don't know why. What did I do last time? Grist and a troll. It's all good. It's all good. On the play. That second Scion. We thought he's the first Scion, but that second Scion is what got us, unfortunately. At least these, like, Leyline Scion decks, play 2 different versions. One's, like, red-based, one's blue-based. There's no Leyline, but I will take the Scion just because we can't answer it. We can fight through everything else. Like, I could fight through all these removal spells. That's not a big deal. And then I'm going to bait my... this spell snare here. Do it. Do it. Do it. The bait has been taken. Now my opponent's biggest fear. Another go. Another spell snare. They really, really dislike Emperor Bones. Really, really dislike Emperor Bones. White, blue, black, red, green. Okay. Gonna Leyline Binding this one. Or you got Leyline Binding this one. Has a big butt. Just kidding. It's 1 toughness. Shocking and Overgrown team. This is a Leyline. It is. Okay. The real question is our last card of Scion. I'm going to play my opponent's least favorite magic card of all time, Emperor Bones. Will they Leyline Binding it? They will. Oh, man. So funny. The old nether goof. I will double spell here. They're at 8. Counter spell. Sure. Spell snare. Spell snare. Spell snare. I could have played a pre-combat to get a trigger, but I kind of don't want to trigger anything. I guess I could exile their counter spell, but I don't think they're on Flage, so... Excellent. Excellent. We made it. We made it. Alrighty. On the draw, we have an unplayable hand. Okay, this hand's good. That one, I guess. This is a really painful hand, though. Like, really painful. They topped with their Surveil. I'm gonna get a basic Swamp and Thoughtseize. What are you working with, buddy? I don't care about push. Don't think I care about Scion. So do I just... I guess I care about Scion if they naturally draw it. I could just take this Kavu. And then, like, I'm on the offensive. And just hope they never draw a ley line. This would cost... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So cost 6. I guess they get a Triumph, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8. Still costs 4. And then I just dismember it anyway. Don't mind if I do. So they have a spell snare still. I will shock this in. Nice. Okay. That's only 2 extra types. So they have the push by Nethergoyf, which is unfortunate. Oh, Thoughtseize. So they may not have the Fatal Push for by Nethergoyf. They may not. Double spells. Oh, they don't have green mana. They don't have green mana. I totally missed that the first time around. I totally missed that the first time around. I think I take the push now. Like, now I just, like, end the game faster than they can. Do this. Ooh. I'll keep that on top. I'll keep that on top. Oh, I mean, their Scion's, like, uncastable, but I also took their other uncastable spell, so that's kind of on me. They did nothing. Well, we got the push, and then we draw a Peatland. I guess I crack it into another Overlord. Their favorite card. I'll probably take another Goyf. Cool. Mana sources. This hand doesn't do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is a one-lander, but it's better. She was sleeping this time. This time. You're right. You're exactly right, Dietzel. She actually came back in because I checked up on her. She's like, I swear to God, I am innocent. I lost to Blue Eye Control the first round, Danny. That might just be a deck building thing, Dietzel, I would assume. Maybe they just didn't have a green Triumph. Like, maybe, like, it would need to be, like, white, red, green. So it's a Naya Triumph to be, like, fully domain. I don't know how good that would be in a Psychic Frog counterspell. Very blue heavy. Blue heavy. I think I'm gonna bottom the Grove throw in case I don't draw a second land, and then I need to kill like a Ragavan or something. I don't know. If this is Zoo again, I'm just gonna be like, bro, what is happening? What happened to the modern metagame? What do you mean by Dimir Murktide, Danny? I don't think it was Dimir Murktide. Untap land, untap land, untap land, untap land, untap land, untap land, untap. Sag. Wooded Foothills is interesting. What is this metagame? What is this metagame right now? Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Stop. My God. Oh, man. At least this is a different flavor of of Zoo. So, if I recall, Doorkeeper Zoo has no Drifter. That's right. That's the card that they combo the throw with. I have 2 removal spells for their 3 creatures. They have 2 removal spells to my 3 creatures. I think I take the Kavu. Especially because they have the Consign, so... And then if they don't Tribal Flames my Nethergoyf this turn... God, I really wish I had a second land. I don't know, dude. So, I mean, whatever they did didn't work clearly. So I don't think I disagree with you. I don't think you're wrong. I just whatever they did wasn't right. You know, sucks to be them, but whatever they did didn't work. I really wish I have a second land. I mean, based on our metrics here, I don't think I'm winning these game ones anyway. It's our games 2 and 3 is what really matters. That's a land that we did not know about. So their hand is Consign, Leyland Binding, Doorkeeper Thrall, Tribal Flames. So they 1 mana binding. Sure. So they could actually consign my Overlord trigger, which is kind of annoying. So I think I'm just gonna rumble here. Unfortunately, go to 12. It's pretty painful. I mean, if they counter my Overlord, is that the worst? Probably not, but I think it's turn 4 and I would like to... Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good pickup. Now, if they consign my Overlord trigger, I don't care. I guess they have the Tribal Flames. But I guess I have the Emperor to fight through the Tribal Flames. Uh-oh, they're exerting. They're not exerting. What are they doing? Oh, they are exerting. Please. Okay. I will dismember this. You know, I've always said that like Dismember pairs really well with Malevolent Rumble, and it's like that's my first time casting a Malevolent Rumble, casting a Dismember off a Rumble, which is hilarious. So now they're exerted. Sucks to suck for them. I will Swamp Cycle, and now they don't have blue mana for Consign, so I will do this. And then if I don't hit anything of relevance, I don't mind getting a troll back to get our mana going. So they can Doorkeeper Thrall here. Another Scion. So we're dead to this Tribal Flames. Oh, what are my outs? God, I fought through so many Scions this league. I don't understand your question, Danny. If they consign the Overlord enters as a 5/5. No, they can counter the ETB trigger, so I don't get value out of it. So if I rumble, what am I trying to hit? A Besage you? Besage is non-creature, or... Oh my god, Bodo. Dude, Bodo is like the worst fucking frog out. I would like to know what my card does. Okay, so I need to hit Besage You off my Malevolent Rumble. So, cycle, play a land, rumble, I still have enough. There's also quote-unquote thin my deck to increase the odds of hitting the Besage You. I think it's my only out. Hit it once before. I hit it once before. No dice here. The other line I could have taken is I could have taken Emperor and then exile the Scion and then put it into play. But I didn't have the 4th mana to do that. Unfortunate. I'm gonna bluff, I guess. They may just not cast the Tribal Flames. You never know. Our opponents have made more interesting plays. Leave up Hexamage to sack for Overlord. So are you hoping that they target the Tribal Flames at the Overlord? Oops. Is that your line, Dietzel? Like why would what is the purpose of taking that line? Is my question. What is the benefit of taking that line that doesn't necessarily deal with the Scion? Man, these go for the throats are trash. These need to be shoot the shares ASAP. I could see that if I didn't have Besage in my list. Like, if I had a list with 0 Besage in it and 0 outs, that would be the line I would take. But since I had a non-zero out and hitting Besage You off of the Malevolent Rumble, I'm going to take the line that doesn't rely on my opponent making a mistake. But if I didn't have that line access to, if I was on a 0 outer, I would definitely take that line for sure. Wonderful. I think I got a Surveil land. No turn 2 Scion or anything like that. Please. No. Well, this Overlord's pretty bad against Ragavan, that's for sure. Kind of have to keep that on top. Kind of have to keep that on top. I can't Besage this either because they just go up to 4 mana next turn. Absurd. I think I just have to be proactive, I think, with my game plan. I'll get another Glyph though. It's not bad. Yeah, last turn they had a Leyland Binding out. Oh, Ragavan, why must you do this to me? Don't hit anything good, please. Hit Marsh Flats. Cool. Wonderful. Excellent. Thanks. Okay, that's a lot of lands. That didn't do anything. Can't find a Hex Mage though. Leyline Binding. Take out my another Glyph, okay. I don't think I need this mana. I think I'm just gonna block. Guess I'll rumble. Another Overlord. Do I want another Overlord? I could play another Glyph, play a land. No, Draco has flying. Naturally. Psionic Draco has flying without Leyline of the Guild Pack Diesel. No, you're good. You are perfectly fine. I feel like their hand is pretty bad. Were they leaning on like Leyline plus Ragavan? Plus removal, I guess? Because next turn I'm just going to hardcast this Overlord. Because I don't want to ramp them. That is why. And I might be more interested in besieging the Leyline Binding over the Leyline if the Go Pact. But I think this here is a spot where I might want to besiege you. And plus, I think I just had other things I wanted to do with my mana. I mean, they clearly don't have Scion here. They would have cast it. I'm gonna put that in the graveyard. I don't want to land. I'm just gonna slam Overlords now. Hey, look, a Haywire Mite. Hey, look, a Haywire Mite. So now... Okay. I will block with another Goyf. It seems like they potentially have nothing, but they did draw a card here, so... Still Leyline Binding? 2 mana. Marching Goyf. Okay. I will block here. That is an easy block. Just slam another Overlord here. I can Haywire Might, take out Binding, or potentially take out Leyline. Might, Overlord, Might. I can't. Oh, I can activate with the Scion. Yeah. I'll do that. Exile that. Gain a couple life. Let's not exile the Scion yet. Or the Spawn token. Let's see if this resolves. Look at my Nether Goyf, dude. 7, 8. Now I will exile the Leyline. I still have the Beseiju in case they top deck a Scion. We are in good hands, friends. We are in good hands. And then now my Overlord is officially active. I wouldn't want to exile my Haywire Might with Emperor because I want to bring it back with Overlord. What I really want to do is exile the Overlord of the Balemurk in my graveyard with Emperor and take in and attack him with that. How's it going, Archangel? Third Zoo, this thing is cancerous. It's back to back to back, man. At least we're getting reps in with our post board plan that I'm going to change after this league, so... I mean, I wouldn't play the Beseiju. I think... Oh. Snap block. Snap block. $12. Oh. Technically I have lethal. No, I don't have lethal. Oh, do I have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have lethal. I'm sure I have a lot of mana. I'm sorry. Oh, I have lethal now. I have lethal. I have lethal now. Well, now I'm just gonna play the Besieger now. Five, 10, 15. This isn't lethal, but it's just so overwhelming. Fucking zoo, man. Fucking zoo. I mean, I have an answer to the ley line if they... And Splinter Twin, for what it's worth. Mulligan to 6. No pregame actions. Another Goyf. Solid. Solid draw. Is this a Scion or a... Looks like a Scion. Could be a Kavu too. It is a Scion. Hex Mage. Has to be a pretty good Overlord hit for me to attack. Like, has to hit like a... I already took out Grist, so it has to be like Haywire Might. Do not... So I will probably have to Beseiju the Scion here. They draw Flades, that'd be a disaster. Damn. That's really hard. God, I really needed a Fatal Push. A Fatal Push plus the Beseiju would stabilize me here. So this Netherglyph is a 3/4. So I just played Nethergoyf plus Besaju. Have to shotgun this trawler. They get a loot. Take 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Nethergoyf plus Hex Mage doesn't do anything. I feel like I do need to Besaju the Scion just because this territorial Kavu has trample. So I think I have to play this Haywire Mite as a chomp blocker, which kind of sucks. But my line here is to Besaju the Scion. Chump with the Haywire Mite. And then next turn, Nethergoyf plus Hex Mage. That is pretty rough. Okay, so I go down to 7. Fuck. I go to 5, so I'm in Tribal Flames range now. We'll let them do this first. The Exile and the Haywire Mite. That's a good play. Help us do that. Oops, not enough. Not the correct mana tapped. Besage that. Go to 5. Hopefully their Ragavan hit is nothing. We are at 5. We're not dead. So we are at 5. Oh, Exile Ogre and Tomb. So we faded there, luckily. Luckily we faded. Okay. So Nethergoyf. We have 3 Vampire Hex Mages. It's hilarious. So, what we could do is we could double block with Nethergoyf and Hex Mage, apply first strike damage, and then crack the Hex Mage on Overlord. Actually, that plan is fooled because they could exile my Nethergoyf. No, actually, it's not fooled because I can just the Hex Mage goes to the graveyard. I'm gonna draw, discard, draw. Okay. No. No. Not a Scion. Not a Scion, no. Oh, not a Scion. What is this? Please. Oh. That's fine. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. That is actually doable. I only have 3 card types? Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I guess I'm just getting another Goif. Okay. No Tribal Flames, no Scion, one time. No Tribal Flames, no Scion, one time. No Tribal Flames, no Scion, one time. Another ley line. Just draw another ley line. Okay. They go up to 10. Do they have Tribal Flames? Do they have another Flage? Do they have another land? Untap land. They revealed Stubborn Denial. Oh my god. Why are we keep beating Zoo? I just play every Pokemon game that comes out, so like I'm pretty excited. People are just sometimes too critical about Pokemon games. They're like, oh, it's the same thing. And I'm like, but that's what I want. I want it to be the same game because I really like it. Why would I want to change something that works? You know? You know what I mean? We have the Splinter Twin combo. Which starter are you going to pick? That's the real question. What the starter that you pick, I think, says a lot about your personality. You know? You can get a big read of the starter that you pick. Totodile, yeah. So it's between Chikorita, Fuecoco, right? Is it Fuecoco? And then Totodile. This might be a hot take, but like, I think the Johto starters are the most underrated starters in all Pokemon. I think they're arguably one of the best ones. People always hate on Chikorita, and I never understood that. And I think Cyndaquil and Totodile are like one of the best. Oh, Tepig is the one. That's the thing. It's like, well, they should have just. Why did they just do Cyndaquil? Cyndaquil is just like the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want this land? I think so. I might want to. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cast this Bogart Troll as a creature. So you're gonna counter this, friend? You're gonna counter this, friend? My friend says yes. I am going to counter your Overlord on the Balemurk. Sure. How about another one? How about another one? I don't know. I feel like the like I said, the Johto Star is just so underrated. Like Feraligatr is just like so underappreciated. And Meganium is like also very underappreciated. I think it's like the least favorite, like by a landslide from what I've been told. And I don't think that's fair. I think Meganium's pretty sick. Excellent. Yes, I'll take an Emperor Bounce. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Sewers? Surveils are considers. Surveils are considered. Oh, okay. The cool thing about this list is like I don't care about Ochre Spellmasters. Like all of the card advantage engine in this list doesn't draw cards, which is so cool. So they didn't counter my Overlord. Do I smell a spell snare coming? A swamp. I think I'm gonna bait. See if this eats a spell snare, which it does. Okay. Well, how about another one? The real question is, do I want to play around Dismember? That's the real question. They're tanking on this. They are tanking on this. Stress down. That is fine. I think I'm gonna push my Hex Mage. That'd be a sick play. Sick play. Sick play, opponent. Nicely played. You have my respect, Nico. You have my respect. Two cards in hand. Bogart Trawler. Okay. So if they are on Murktide, at least this way I slow them down a couple turns. So they have one last card. They have 6, so they put Counterspell in the graveyard. That is great for me. I guess they're trying to find an answer to my Overlord that's coming. Looming Doom. Just Looming Doom. I'm assuming that's the card that they drew. Okay. I could get a Grist. Block here. Wrist doesn't necessarily play well with... I could just get an Emperor Bones. I don't hate Emperor Bones. I think I'm gonna ultimately just get a Hex Mage. Hex Mage just blocks so nicely in this battlefield right now. So, and it's a card that like requires the least amount of commitment. Like Emperor, I would like prefer to have 2 mana open. If I had my 6th land, I would probably get Emperor. But right now I'd rather just low key kind of just play it a little. I think Hexmage is like has a really high floor and the ceiling's decently high. Opponent's like, what is this card? What is this card? Who plays such terrible trash Magic cards? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. And then I'm not even going to bother with Hex Maging the Overlord. It just comes off impending next turn. This game's going to last longer than... Like, this game's going to go for a little while. I could also just, like, try to end the game, which is actually kind of funny. I'm going to do that. The fact that they played their land. DinoTime! Do you think we get aggressive? I agree with you, Deet Soul. I agree. Why don't we show off all the people who came from Def Jad's raid what this card is all about. Now we draw an Emperor, we also just win too, which is hilarious. Oh, Emperor, 2 Emperors in the deck. That's much less exciting. I guess I'll get an invasion. For next turn. I guess I could have gotten another Overlord, but we just like do the same song and dance the following turn. This applies a lot of pressure. Like I can't cast this turn, but they don't even bother blocking. They don't even bother blocking. So they need a removal spell for Zalortha. If they don't have the removal spell for Zalortha, go. Go. I don't even know what's bad in this matchup. Like, I want everything. Right? Like, what do I want? Do I want, like, spell bombs just to, like, cycle their... just to, like, exile their graveyards? Like, honestly, this is where I don't think I mind just submitting my 60. Like, I don't want Plague Engineer. Like, I don't think it's worth naming Orc. Like, we just ignore the Orcs, as you noticed. Shatter Assumptions doesn't do anything. Oof doesn't do anything. Ritual doesn't really do anything. Like, Ritual, if I want to tag Orcish Willmasters and Psychic Frog, but I don't think that's what this matchup's about. They don't have any artifacts or enchantments. They don't have anything with Torp Orb. I guess it stops Orcish Bowmasters technically, but like, I don't think that's like Orcish Bowmasters is so bad in this matchup. I don't think Orcish Bowmasters is good. If my opponent like the difficult thing about my deck is like it's not like it's like a known quantity, so they might just keep in Bowmasters just in general. But I don't think Bowmasters is a card that is worth that. I think it's the worst card in the deck, and I think they should sideboard Bowmasters out and bring whatever unless they literally don't have anything to bring in. Spellbomb for Murktide is something that I agree. I just don't exactly know what I would want to cut. Like maybe I could trim a troll. Because like I'm not exactly wanting to Emperor back a troll in this matchup, I don't think. So I could say like maybe trimming a troll for a Spellbomb. Dismember is also kind of weak because it doesn't tag Murktide, but it does tag Psychic Frog. Maybe I should trim a Dismember for a Psychic Frog, or trim a Dismember for a second Spellbomb. I think one Spellbomb is fine. I think the other thing is like maybe I could trim I should trim Dismember for the Spellbomb and keep in the second Troll. But I think the way this game goes is like I don't think we necessarily need Troll. It's kind of like trimming a land. So Thoughtseize? No, not my Thoughtseize. Not my hand. Oh, damn you. Hello? Moto is very particular in how the sequences of your tapping. I mean, it's just like I could see situations where like there's like it just doesn't kill Psychic Frog. That's where my head is going. Malevolent Rumble. So I don't think this is an obvious Bowmasters. So I think I'm just gonna Rumble here. And the next turn if they oh. Yeah, so this is an obvious Bowmasters. Oops, I don't want to cycle you. Wait, don't yield. Because if they Bowmasters, I'm gonna want to sack this and then activate Troll. No Bowmasters. Wow, that's so good for us. So they can slam a Murktide here, but it's only a 3/3. Kind of a shitty Murktide if you ask me. I will thought. My plan here is to Thoughtseize plus Overlord. That is the current plan. They are in the tank. That I don't care about. That I do not care about. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast this Overlord first, and then they'll crack the spell bomb probably in response, and then I'll thought seize them. Wow, they're not. Wow. Really? The fuck is in their hand? What does Kaito Bane of Nightmares do? I'm assuming I just take the Planeswalker. I could also Hex Mage for. I could tutor up Hex Mage with Invasion, so it's not the worst. Target your picture stun counter. You get an emblem with neutral. I could honestly low key just ignore the Kaido. So that means, do I take Murktide? I think I kind of want to just take the subtlety, low key. I could also just take the push. So I think I just take the subtlety. I could also just take the push and protect DinoTime. I think I'll do that. I think I'll take the push. Like, I'm not scared about any of these cards. They thought they can exile the target creature in response. I made this statement the first time. Sorry, I must have not followed along, Danny. Which play are you referring to, Danny? They can exile the targeted creature in response. Which part? I think I probably am delayed with what specific play you're referring to. Okay. I didn't think they just cast this. Now I just DinoTime. Get a Hex Mage, attack with Overlord. They bin both those cards. Interesting. See if they subtlety this, which I doubt they will. Their only quote-unquote out is force negation. Which they could force. They don't. Oh, yeah. And it seemed like they were pretty locked on doing it at end of turn regardless. So, I don't know. It seemed intentional. Maybe I'm wrong. Giving the opponent the benefit of the doubt. Splinter Twin achieved. Nice subtlety, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a sus play, I agree, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do, opponent? What are you going to do? So now it's like this Murktide doesn't really do anything. So we can just I'll get Hex Mage. Wow, we are graveyard's pretty light. So I can make Murktide into a 5/5. Did I mill my other swamp? I did not. That's fine. That is fine. There's our last card other than Subtlety, a blue card. That's the real question. So I will cycle this, get a swamp. Rumble. I actually fucked this up. I should have rumbled first and then used that Eldrazi spawn token. I should have rumbled first. Now I'm just like making a comedy of errors here. I should have rumbled first. I think this through. Got lucky. Do I want another Netherglyph? I have another Overlord in hand. Kind of want that Gopher, though, that's getting milled. I should have gotten Emperor. I'm not thinking. I was like tunnel vision on getting this Hex Mage back to get DinoTime. But I think it's just better to have gotten Emperor. My opponent is under a ton of pressure, though. Drew a land. Subtlety is in their hand. Hex Mage. I think I'll rumble. Do I want to rumble? We'll attack for... let's Overlord first. See if this gets subtletied. Kind of want them to block, which is fine. It's fine. I'll bottom it. I could get a Bogart Trawler now too. But there's also the possibility of just going double Nethergoyf. I think shutting off another Murktide would be enticing. There's no instant sorcery in the graveyard though. I just get Emperor. Let's get this Emperor down. It is vulnerable to a removal spell, but now our opponent just is under a ton of pressure right now. I feel like at this point, like we're just there's nothing our opponent really can do. Like we have Hex Mage rolled up with DinoTime. But a pretty relatively high life total. They're attacking in with subtlety. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna play Sex Mage. Counterspell. I don't have another black source. Let's see if I can rumble and hit one. Do hit said black source. I punted. I'm not using these spawn tokens as much as I should. Because then I could have activated this too. All bad. All bad. I'm playing so loosely. I think I'm just ready to call it here. But I should have used crack the spawn token. Like that's actually a really bad misplay. I could have easily lost that game. Sorry, I'm not playing very tight at all. And Moto's punishing me for freezing. I should have used the spawn token to cast Rumble. No, actually, I was choked on black sources anyway, right? So it actually didn't matter. Because I used green. I used the other Besieger, so it actually didn't matter. Yeah, I was just choked on black sources regardless, so it actually didn't matter. I needed a 5th black source to go Hex Mage, plus Emperor Bone. So it didn't actually matter, but regardless. 4-1, we beat Zoo 3 times. And then Bleat, Dimir, and then I'm going to actually post this into the Control Freaks Discord. But we're at 4-1. Not bad considering that we don't really have a meta to really attack. Like I mentioned before, I'm a really big fan of this list. This like subtle synergies of like Nethergoyf with Self Mill, with Overlord and Malevolent Rumble, and then Hexmates tying it all together with Invasion of Ikoria and Overlord, and having like Bogart Trawler for being able to find it off Overlord and Malevolent Rumble, as well as like Troll of khazad-dum, and then with Troll of khazad-dum we have like Emperor Bones that like ties everything together. So that felt nice. I think the changes, quote unquote, that I would make, I definitely would swap out the Go for the Throats for the Shoot the Sheriffs, just so we can tag Cyano Draco. Other than that, like I guess the spell bonds were kind of useful. If Blue Eye Control is still a thing, I would probably want something maybe over the Collector Ooze, like kind of like a, I don't know, some like maybe like more Grist or something that's just a little more resilient to Control. I don't think Control is a bad matchup per se. The other thing I could do is I could also add Inquisition of Kozilek. Maybe I'll try that next league. Like adding an Inquisition of Kozilek and then cutting one Dismember and one Go for the Throat, and then swapping the last Go for the Throat for the Shoot the Sheriff, something like that. But overall, can't complain with the 4-1. Lost to Control, but then rattle off some wins with Zoo and Dimir, Murktide. So if you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. If you're watching this live on Twitch, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my YouTube. Where am I at right now? I don't think the tracker on the bottom is updated. I am currently at 982 subs. So I need 18 more subs to hit that 1,000 sub mark. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube. It's free. That really helps support the channel. Join the Discord if you haven't already. All the Discord link is in my socials bot unfortunately broke, but let me post a Discord link here. Let's go paste. Nope, that is not right. So if you want to join the Discord, it's a really great Discord to come hang out. We like talking about Pioneer Rock, Modern Rock, all the whatchamacallit, the spoilers have been great. Awesome, Danny. Really appreciate your support and the subs as well. So hope to catch everyone next time. Again, I apologize for the lack of content that I've been making. Work has been very overwhelming. So I'm going to try to stream again next week. Hopefully, maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. I'm not quite sure yet. I do miss, streaming and hanging out with everyone. It's a lot of fun, especially with a bunch of old faces as well as new. So I really appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out, and hope to catch everyone next time. Take care.